And we're back here to Fisher Stadium at Providence, joined by Phil Ling and Maurice Bennett as we begin the post-game show brought to you by the Maroon Club. Every gift matters every year. Join the Maroon Club today. Boy, I tell you what, guys, I mean, at halftime it looked pretty good. It got a little dicey, but in the end, we'll go to the offensive guy first. Ross Sherman, having that number 29 behind you is a big help.
Well, it certainly is. And if you look at the stats at the end of the game, you say, well, a typical game by Ross Sherman, but he really had to dig deep for this one. You know, had two real big plays, couple big receptions. I think Mike Joseph's happy that the coach got him out got him out receiving some balls this game. So yeah, good game by Ross.
No doubt about it. Got a little dicey, too, on the other side of the ball. All of a sudden, a chance to make it a three-point game after Wagner scored a touchdown and make it 28-23. But again, able to hold up. The touchdown was almost a gift anyway because it was a batted ball. But they stopped the two-point conversion and shut down the Seahawks from there.
You know what? I'm really proud of the guys. You know, let's keep in mind here, this is a 4-2-5 defense, a new transition, especially for all of the seniors here this year. So, I mean, they've really held up well. They got a lot of speed on the outside. We worried about the spread offense, but, you know, the guys did a great job today.
They really did. I'm looking forward to hear what Frank Devani has to say. So one coach with the other. Let's send it down to John Leone.
Thanks very much, Matt Province. And I'm almost anticipating, Coach, you're going to put your arms around me and give me a yo, Adrian. That was a heavyweight battle.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I said all along, people are asking me to make a comparison to Robert Morris. There's no comparison. That's a senior-laden team, very athletic, very determined, very strong. 2 weeks to prepare. A lot of ways to win a ball game. Certainly, this was not a pretty way to do it, but we made plays when we had to do it, and we learned that you have to keep battling no matter what, and we weren't going to give it up. And I like the determination of our team and the effort, but we got to clean some things up to get ready for next week.
Well, Coach, sometimes it's not so much that you win a ball game, but it's how you win a ball game. This team was obviously a terrific physical football team, as we've said before. Great athletes out there, but as you said, you just kept staying with the game plan. You didn't get down, and when adversity struck, you have to be pleased with the way the kids hung in there.
Well, no doubt, and again, both sides had to fight. Offense, defense, special teams. We got challenged in all three areas like we haven't been challenged yet by any opponent. And we had to step up. Hey, we lost some people. I got tired of getting on the phone with a trainer coming to me, telling me another guy's out for the game, and obviously you lose your quarterback in the first half. That's a tough go, but it's always next man in.
Well, Blake could have been standing here as well beside us. We're going to talk to our players of the game in just a moment, but talk a little bit about Blake and the way he stepped up. I mean, in the most adverse of circumstances.
Well, you know, you look back on things, and that's kind of why we put him in the game against New Hampshire there at the end and give him a chance to see what he can do under fire and everything, and that was a huge help, giving him some confidence. And then the way he practices and plays and performs when he gets his shot, we have a lot of confidence in him. And I'll tell you what, the next guy in, Zweizig, is looking pretty good in practice too.
Terrific, Coach. Listen, it's a great way to go into the Patriot League season, which begins next week. You go right into the fire. Fordham, many folks picked them to be the winner of the league this year as the favorite. You'll have your hands full there.
Well, it's a short week, no day off. The kids won't get a day off till next Saturday. We are practicing tomorrow night like it's Monday night. We've moved everything forward a day. Instead of starting the week with a day off, their day off will be at the end of the week. So we've got an awful lot of work to do yet tonight as a staff and tomorrow to get ready for tomorrow night's practice.
Well, there's 3 or 4 extra whirlpools on the way, so you'll be well prepared for the week.
It's all relative to young people. Thank goodness it's not us.
You got it, Coach. Thank you very much. Let me go to our first Coca-Cola player of the game, and it's Matt Rothrock. Matt, I was talking to Coach about what was going on in the trenches out there, and I've been on the sideline now for 3 of the 4 games, and I got to tell you, for my money, that was one physical football team.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we knew that we had to come in here and we had to play 4 quarters of football, full 60 minutes. And I think we came out here, we did that tonight as a unit, so it was good to see.
The defense was a kind of a bend but not break thing. They had the ball down to the red zone a couple of times. You held them out of the end zone a couple of times. They settled for field goals. In the end, that was a big deal. Tell us about the sack, though. There was a big sack late in the third quarter, I think. They were driving. What did you see on that play?
I mean, we just ran a outside blitz, and the guard dropped me, and I had a clear shot at the quarterback, and Coach Stell always says, when you get dropped, don't be surprised, go make a play.
And you did. Great job, man. Listen, get ready for Fordham. Good luck next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Great. To my right is our other Coca-Cola player of the game. Go figure. It's Ross Sherman. Ross, I have to tell you, I mean, for 3/4 of that football game, anybody looks at the final stats, as Matt Province alluded to, and they say, well, it's just another Ross Sherman football game. This was not just another football game.
No, I mean, they were a physical bunch. They were bringing it up front in the front seven, and we were just able to wear them down in the fourth quarter.
Was it a conscious decision to get you more active in the pass game because there was nothing happening between the tackles for the longest time? As a matter of fact, I don't remember seeing you tackled for loss so many times. And again, and it's not about you. It's about their penetrating defense and what they did. But the decision to get you more involved in more diverse ways, was that something you guys talked about?
Yeah, it definitely was in the game plan. They're a big quarters team, so we had a lot of quarters beaters in the pass game. Motioning me out into the slot and just trying to get me the ball in open space.
Great. Well, Ross, listen, you go right into the fire next week against Fordham, favored to win the Patriot League. But talk about the emotional state of this team and what it meant to win a game this way.
It was huge for us to get this victory. They played extremely hard. I think they surprised us a little bit. But to get this win was great going into this short Fordham week.
Good luck next week, Ross, and congratulations on a terrific game.
Thanks a lot.
Matt Province, back to you guys.
John, I thank you, and it's kind of crazy, so many heroes. We just heard from two of them, but how about the freshman Matt Mrazek, not only catching 2 balls, including his first NCAA touchdown, but drawing a huge penalty late in the game that may have sealed the victory on D'Angelo James, a little skirmish. Mrazek valuable in so many ways, and to see how he affected things on the screen as well as all the highlights. A guy who also doesn't know who Alderson Broaden is or whoever they're playing next here. Wasn't that the guy who fought Rocky in the undercard match? Anyway, let's get up to the highlights with Gary and Mike.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. We did find out it's in West Virginia, Philippi, West Virginia. Mike Joseph is in the booth, so we'll go to him.
The highlights right away. Opening kickoff return over the 50-yard line, and then Brandon Peoples gets behind the Lafayette secondary, and before you know it, 20 seconds into the game, it's 7-0. Lafayette comes right back, little flea flicker. Drew Reed had left the game a little bit later here in the first half. Hits Mike Duncan for a 43-yard touchdown. That was the longest play at that point of the Lafayette season so far. Mike Duncan makes the score 7-7 at that point. Mike Duncan's his return really welcomed by Drew Reed and by Blake Surfos. Now the fumble right there. Great play inside. Mercado's going to come up with this one. That fumble was caused by the freshman Brandon Bryant. Brandon Bryant gets better every week. And there's Steve Mercado. A couple plays later, you're going to see Blake Surfos, his first touchdown pass. Mrazek's first touchdown catch of his career. And Matt alluded to a lot of the plays he made tonight. Coming back, this is going to be a great throw down the sideline. Watch Justin Adams tear this one away. I thought the offensive wide receivers stepped up today. 8 or 9, as Gary pointed out. Different receivers caught the football. They made plays. They went up and they challenged for the football. As we came out in the second half, Lafayette a 21-7 lead. Blake Surfos is going to go out. He's going to look down the middle of the field. A late throw down the middle. He'll learn from that. His first interception, he turned the football over. And this is going to create and set up a touchdown pass thrown down the backside right there. Jared Roberts had just made a play prior to that on the tight end. The backside wing set that up, and now it's a 21-17 lead. But then Ross Sherman took over the ball game, and Ross said it. They wore down Gary, the defense a little bit. They wore him down by kind of getting things to the outside. Wagner did not give up. Benchko right there tips it up into the air. It comes down, and it's a touchdown for Watts. 28-23. They go for 2. They don't get it. Now Ross Sherman seals the deal. Give that offensive line a lot of credit. There were 8 plays tonight where they lost and had minus yardage, but they kept plugging away, and I give Mickey Fine a lot of credit. He hit a late play-action pass. He hit a sideline pass down the sideline, a little 3-step to Mrazek. He threw it when he needed to, and Lafayette stepped up and made some big plays. This is a big win for Lafayette. They could easily be 4-0 if you think about it, but I think they'll take 2-2.
2-2 is not bad, and certainly a little momentum carrying into next Friday night when they play probably the toughest team on their schedule to this point, depending on how you look at William and Mary. Once again, next Friday, GoLeopards.com if you really want a biased reporting in favor of the Lafayette Leopards. Watch it on TV if you want, but if you want to listen to guys who are rooting for the Leopards, listen to Mike and myself. Back to you, guys.
Yeah, certainly was great able to hear the calls, too. I was up in the press box for a while kind of listening in on Gary and Mike, a terrific call and a very good game. And, they kind of talked about it, too, a big win. And, Maurice, you're a guy, again, and for people who don't know, an All-American linebacker here at Lafayette. And you play games like this, and you hear the word trap game thrown around almost too much nowadays, but they played Wagner with Fordham on deck. What did that make you think about this team the way they came out and fought tonight?
You know what? We talked about it in the pregame show. You had Wagner this week. Focus on Wagner. Do your 111th. And you'll hear from Coach Devani. You heard it from the players. You felt it on the sideline. They were in a dogfight tonight, which is perfect ahead of a very big game. Let's not forget now, the Leopards, we're the defending champs, right? We're not the underdogs here. We're the defending champs. A game like this, it thickens the skin. It proves to you, it serves as a reminder of what it takes to be victorious, what it takes to win in this league. They were in a dogfight tonight. They're in great shape ahead of Friday.
Yeah, and your point is a very good one, because if those players have the same mental belief and attitude that you have right now in that clubhouse, that locker room, they're going to come out firing at Fordham saying, hey, we're the ones with something to lose here, not, of course, the Rams. And, we talk about the defense in a dogfight. Gary and Mike just said they don't remember too many times where that many plays for a loss, especially for Ross Sherman, who was hit in the backfield numerous occasions, but in the end they were able to persevere. What did you learn about the offense tonight?
Well, I think Coach Devani touched on it. He basically said, the character of the team, the determination. I think the guys know that you chip away, and eventually Ross Sherman's going to get you. He's broken so many big plays for him. You also like the fact that you can count on guys coming in. Blake Searfoss comes in, does a great job. And, hopefully we go forward from here.
No doubt about it. Matt Mrazek, as we've mentioned, Justin Adams saw on the highlights a big play. And how about Sherman, though? In the end, it comes back to the big man in the backfield. He had 219 total yards. Not only did he have 128 on the ground with 2 touchdowns, but, of course, 91 through the air. And all around back again, 219 yards for our offensive player of the game. Well, we thank you for watching this presentation of Lafayette Leopards football. They win again tonight, 35-23. And plenty of people to thank. Of course, there's Gary, Mike, and John, the crew that do the games. And, of course, here for our set, Maurice Bennett, Phil Ing. I'm Matt Province. We thank the guys in the truck as well. Good job by Tim and Rick, our main producers. And for everybody out there from RCN's crew, we thank you for the work. Again, Lafayette victorious, back to 500 at 2-2 with the game on Friday against Fordham. We thank you for watching, and again, have a great weekend. Roll Pards!